Sabatis Road in Sabatis. Call 375-6253 and like them on Facebook. Good luck to the Oak Hill Raiders from Stevens Hardware in Rental. We believe.
How about this? Welcome back. There we go. There, you're good. You're good. I've got your mic on, but not mine. That was how that worked. The goal there was to turn my mic on and let yours go down a little bit, but no, we're not going to do that. There we go. And we get that out of the way, and now we're all set, I think. I think we're okay.
We're good.
Lisbon Greyhounds not currently okay. They're down 21-0 to the Oak Hill Raiders here on Z105.5.
Yeah, something's got to change here at halftime.
Well, you could probably start with the way you're handling the kickoffs.
Yeah.
That would be two of them.
Yeah, and the first mishandled kickoff that they had was followed up by a busted play at the line of scrimmage that turned into an interception. That led to the second score for Oak Hill, and Oak Hill really does a good job of taking advantage of when they can force those turnovers and do the right thing once they get that turnover.
They really can, and when you've got a guy like Dalton Terrian who's out there just kind of running the offense and doing his thing, it's tough to stop. And when you're a young squad like Lisbon, who's been kind of living by the seat of their pants now for a couple of weeks, you get down by 3 scores, it's a little bit different to keep it close and live by the seat of your pants for another week.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, is you can only test that boundary so many times, and right now it's kind of bit him in the butt a little bit. The fact of the matter is there's only 2 quarters of football left, and Lisbon's still a very young team, so you don't have a huge departing group of guys that feels like this extreme sense of urgency because their careers are ending. It's a matter of prolonging their season and really developing some of these younger guys. Their line has 3 juniors and 2 sophomores compared to a very senior-heavy Oak Hill team, a team that's looking to get their 3rd straight state championship, a feat that hasn't been accomplished since, I believe, 79, 80, and 81. Orono, the last team to do 3 consecutive state titles. So some of these seniors with an opportunity to break into the record books this year.
They are really trying hard as well. We'll take a quick break. It's 21-0. Oak Hill with the lead over Lisbon. We'll come back with the scores. Actually, you know what? We will not take a break. I'm just going to get you the scores right now.
I got 28-8.
Between Marshwood and Falmouth.
Yeah.
I had that at the half. Let's see. Come on. Bonnie Eagle actually just got an interception. And it looks like they're still tied at 7. Marshwood and Falmouth 28-8 at the half. Elon now leads the University of Maine 17-0. Good times. Good times. And Wells and Yarmouth are still tied at 14. You can listen to that one over on 92.7. Very windy day down at Thornton Academy. Apparently it's been working all sorts of issues with the kicking game.
Yeah, I did see that McCrum had a 21-yard touchdown run. Not something you're expecting from a kid that's 6'4", 230 pounds at a quarterback. Although I guess you could. So here we go. Oak Hill going to kick it away to the Greyhounds of Lisbon to start the second half.
Kick is away, and we are underway in the second half. And more issues, but that one is actually fielded this time. Out to the 15-yard line and down back at the 13-yard line will be Lisbon. It was number 20, Blake Barabee, who picked that one up. They made a little bit of a change there at the half by moving number 24, Sean Grover, who was having issues picking up those kicks, and they replaced him, but still not going to have perfect field position here. They're going to get back at the 14-yard line.
Cruz Poirier on the tackle that time for the Raiders. Francis just didn't have anywhere to go. We'll see what Halls has dialed up here for the second half of his offense.
11:52 remaining in the third quarter, 21-0 Oak Hill. That's going to be Halls, and he's going to run it off the right side. He's going to get outside, and he's going to step out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. Be a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Clock stops. That's what Lisbon wants to do, gain 4 yards and hopefully stop the clock if they can.
all keeper that time for Halls, rolling out to his right-hand side, and Noah Francis providing the lead block for him that time. Able to spring him loose for a couple extra yards at the end.
And this time it's going to be Francis. Big Francis gets over the 20 to the 21-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd and 4 for Lisbon, the gain of 2.
Connor Elwell going right at the waistline of Noah Francis, stopping him dead in his tracks. Francis a little bit slow to get up.
Mark it out to the 17-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 3. 11:18 remaining in the third quarter. 21-0 Oak Hill. It's Lisbon football. Lisbon's got to get on the board here pretty quick, or this could get out of hand in a hurry. Set a man in motion. That'll be Adams. And it's going to be run by the quarterback. That's going to be Halls, and he's going to get a first down over the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Austin Goucher that time chasing down the back of the line, able to get to Halls, but not before he was able to cross over, pick up a fresh set of downs. Hadn't had many first downs in the first half. Obviously, the adjustments that the Greyhounds have made at halftime seem to be working here early in the second half.
First and 10. Ball at the 26-yard line. Hall's going to get under center quick in a hurry. There's going to be a delay of game. And going to have a timeout because it took too long for that play to come out of the huddle. Lisbon down by 21, 10:26 remaining in the third quarter. We'll be right back. You're listening to The Z.
For over 75 years, Maine Family Federal Credit Union has provided local financing that is easy and hassle-free. From home improvement and home equity loans to personal and auto loans, home heating, fuel loans, and more. For all your financial needs, think local. Think Maine Family Federal Credit Union. Experience the feeling of family at Maine Family Federal Credit Union on Sabata Street, Lewiston, Minot Avenue in Auburn, and online at mainfamilyfcu.com. Equal housing lender, NCUA member, member eligibility required.
Welcome back. Z1055, LA's only local radio station. Matty B with you here. Steve Flynn with you here as well at Oak Hill High School. Oak Hill leads Lisbon 21-0. Lisbon trying to get their way back into it. 10:26 remaining in the third quarter. It's 1st and 10 at the 26. Handoff is going to go to Francis. He's going to rumble up the middle. He's going to get over the 30-yard line to the 31-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 here for the Greyhounds.
I'll tell you right now, the defense for the Raiders is doing the right thing in terms of trying to stop big Noah Francis. That time it was Darren Bailey, sophomore, had the opportunity to go toe-to-toe with Francis, but instead, right for the knees. Tough to stop him for no loss, but still minimizing his game.
Shout out to Cal Oaks for being on the Oak Hill sidelines for this series. He was on Lisbon previously, I believe. That'll be Halls. He's going to rush it off the right side, and he's going to get over the 30 out to the 33-yard line. Going to be a gain of about 2. And it's going to be 3rd and 4 for Lisbon. Not a lot there. A lot of yards run for a lot of mileage on the tires, but not a lot of yardage gained.
Dalton Terry in that time able to meet Halls at the point he was trying to get to and just didn't have any room to go. Strout also in pursuit along with Elwell.
3rd and 4, ball at the 33-yard line. Pitch is going to go to Francis. It's going to be a little backwards pass, and the pass was a little bit off. And number 28, Austin Noble, was right there to blow that one up. That play was dead in the water. It's 4th and 7, and Lisbon is probably going to have to punt here.
Yeah, I can't imagine they're going to risk not kicking this one away with where they are in terms of field position, and a quick call up to the line for Halls, and they'll come out in punt formation.
Not a bad drive to start here for Lisbon, but at some point you got to put some points on the board. You're down by 3 touchdowns. Hall's kick hits a gust of wind and basically bounces at the 49-yard line of Oak Hill, then bounces back over to the 48-yard line of Lisbon. That is a 16-yard net gain on that punt, and maybe you were better off going forward on 4th down.
Yeah, why not throw a ball up maybe 20 yards down the field, see if you can't get a turnover that way. Instead, Hall's trying to kick it. Wind came at an inopportune time, and now you're turning the ball over to Oak Hill. First time they're going to get the ball in the second half here, and it's going to be on the Lisbon side of the field.
They're at the Lisbon 48-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for Oak Hill. They're in the blue. Lisbon is in the white. Terrian's still in at quarterback. Not that that would be expected to change, but just in case you were wondering.
Just in case.
2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Buteau, the deep back in the backfield. They roll Terrian out to the right. They have a man open, and that's going to be complete. That's going to be Martin, and he's going to get up to the 43-yard line. They're going to keep the clock rolling. That'll be a gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Boy, very windy here. Most of the pylons are knocked down in and around the end zone.
Oh, yeah. There are 2 pylons standing. They're on the right end zone as we're looking at it right now, which would be the Lisbon end zone. The one in the corner on the far side and the one in the back corner on the near side. Those are the last 2 pylons that are awake right now. Those are the last 2. Last 2 pylons standing. 2nd and 4. Terrian rolls out to his left, and that pass is incomplete. It was thrown behind Gilbert. It was thrown ahead of him. He had a first down by a mile, but it was thrown behind him, and he was not able to haul it in. Stops the clock with 8:47 remaining in the third quarter. 21-0 Oak Hill. 3rd and 4 for the Raiders at their own at the Lisbon 42-yard line.
Terrian does much better rolling out to his strong side, the right-hand side, and throwing on the run. That time trying to throw as he's going to his left. And the ball did just what you would expect, just kind of fell behind Gilbert. Not able to get to it. Adams almost had an interception there.
3rd and 4. That wind is whipping out there. Terrian back to pass, has a man, it's complete, and Nilsson tried to catch it after he had decided to run with it, and that didn't work. Ball drops to the ground, incomplete, stops the clock, 4th down for Oak Hill, and I believe they're going to have to punt it here.
Type of play where you know right away that you did something wrong. That time Nilsson just kind of tried to turn too quickly. He didn't collect the football first. Not able to complete the pass. So Buteau will be on to punt.
And he's going to go back to the Oak Hill 47-yard line. Halls is back deep for Lisbon. Punt is away. Halls is going to field it. He's going to bounce it. It's going to go off of him out of the end zone. And I guess that's going to be a touchback? Is that what they're going to call it? I guess they're going to call it a touchback.
So he must have been in the end zone when it touched him. Okay.
All right. Or maybe he had a foot in there. That was all sorts. That was 50 shades of inconvenient there for the officials if that had bounced the wrong way. Goodness. 1st and 10 for the Lisbon Greyhounds at their own 20-yard line. I'm surprised there that you're not just setting it back at the 10-yard line. If it's anything back past the 10, you just let it go into the end zone.
That's the way you typically coach it. Heels on the 10. If it goes over your head, let it go.
Tried to field it almost back at the 1-yard line. Which in a game like this, you're trying to create a spark. I get it, but 1st and 10, Hall's under center. They send a man in motion. Pass is going to be complete over the middle. That's going to be a big gainer up to the 35-yard line. Gain of 15 yards as Joseph makes it.
Had Joseph over the middle that time, and Hall's making the quick throw. Joseph able to collect it, move past the first down marker, pick up a 15.
Handoff goes over the middle to Francis. And the ball's on the ground, and I believe Oak Hill has picked it up. And I think we're back. I think we're back. We're back.
Yeah, now we're back.
Now we're back. There we go.
Hello.
That was bizarre. The wonders of technology. 2nd and 8 for Lisbon. They're at their own 37-yard line. Hall's back to pass, throws it way up in the air, intended for Adams, and it's caught. It got hung up in the air, over the 35, inside the 30, breaks a tackle and down to the 20-yard line. 43-yard gain.
Wow, what an impressive throw and catch that time by Halls, getting it out to Adams on the left-hand side. Terrian trying to go back and catch it, lost his footing, and Adams, once he collected the ball, didn't have anywhere around him. Big throw and catch for Lisbon. Hall now back under center. Hall's over to throw over the middle to Joseph. He collects it. It's a pickup of about 6. And he's down to the 11.
Including Dr. Paul Kane and Dr. Patrick Fallon, physician assistants, physical therapists, and athletic trainers. Should you get hurt at a practice or...
And it's going to be 2nd and 2. Ball's on the 12-yard line. 6:41 to go here. Oak Hill up 21-0.